Okay. So welcome everyone, and special welcome to Mr. Ihar Yanouski, and thank you Ihar for agreeing to teach this session. So my name is Dr. Ajay Kumar, and I am Executive Director of SARA Institute of Data Science. And our purpose is to take data science knowledge to the marginalized community or the people who are interested in learning more about the data and keeping the cost free or minimum. So because that is our main purpose is. And seeing this goal, I reached out to Mr. Ihar, and who is a freelance information designer, and he has a history and graphics related degree, and he works with a marketing background as well. And he has worked several data visualization related projects with the NGOs as well as the industry. And so I reached out to Mr. Ihar that we really need a beginner session to teach a tool, D3.js, and which is a quite complex and but a beautiful and in industry level, very important tool to do the data visualization. And it is, thank you so much for Ihar for agreeing to do this small course of 2 hours, but it will really help you to understand the beginners level how actually to use the D3, or whether it is actually a tool which will work for you or it will not work for you. So now I think the session is open for Mr. Ihar, and we intentionally kept it for not instead of 2 hours, like one hour, so that we are not so much bored or dropping in between. We intentionally kept it an hour today and an hour tomorrow, so that you can go back again and rethink about today's talk and presentation, and may come up to tomorrow with some more questions and more queries, right? That's why we kept it in a 2 slots. And and in between, if you have a question, kindly note it down or put it in the chat box. And as and when there is a like a little gap between the talk from the ER side, or whenever he feel okay, he may answer that, right? And okay, I guess we are good to go. Yes, over to you, ER.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Ihar. Okay, well, so yes, I'm a freelance information designer, and I came to the data visualization industry from the graphic design, with the graphic design background from marketing. It's well, that's because I have some specialties in my practice with data visualization. It's not connected with science, data science, or something like this. But it's more about aesthetics, maybe in some way communication and all these things. Well, yes, I've worked with NGOs, and D3 is great for such projects, and I think we'll talk about a bit later. So let me share the screen with some slides I've prepared. Okay. Well, I hope you can see it. Anyway, if you just listening to this meeting, yeah, there are only text on the slides, so you maybe it's not so important. But anyway, so let me start. Okay, we have two part workshop. Yes, today at the first part, I think it will be more theoretical, and I try to give some overview about this tool, about the D3, what is it, why it matters, and say about its features, how it works, where you can, in which domain it could be helpful, what technologies you need to know, to be familiar with, to work with D3, and okay, and maybe some places where it is good to start to dive deeper. Well, so it's more about it's more the kickoff format. It's not very insightful, I think, because well, yes, this three is a huge term, and it's a really complicated tool. But anyway, well, first steps is the first steps, and it's great to do it well, even with such a complicated, complex topics. Well, and tomorrow it's, I hope it will be more practical, maybe some live coding or something like this, and we'll need observable platform. Well, I will share, I think we'll share the link for you to log in or sign up to be prepared for tomorrow's session, because well, if you want, you just can oversee it maybe tomorrow, maybe today after this meeting, or maybe maybe in time anyway. So, and well, tomorrow we'll talk about SVG, scalable vector graphic technology, which is widely used when you're working with D3 and web documents. It's for me, for example, it's a main tool which I am using every time. So it's has some specifics, and we will talk about it tomorrow. And yes, and we'll try to build a chart in D3. Maybe maybe not one chart, maybe a couple of them with interactivity and all best things which D3 is famous for. Okay, let's start. Let's move. What is D3? And well, it's a free open source JavaScript library for visualizing data. And well, here you can see a screenshot of D3 website. It's highly recommended to visit. It's great. It's great in all kinds, because well, it has a lot of examples of charts and visualizations made with D3, and it's great. It has a great documentation, very friendly and very very smart written and good to learn it. Well, and some useful links for communities and so on. Well, and when we are talking about D3, it's important, to bear in mind that D3 working with the web, first of all, and mostly. Actually, it stands for data-driven documents, and documents means documented-oriented model, which, generally speaking, it's a web page itself, and all consists the page starting with a document, then HTML, a head, body, and all divs, sections, articles, HTML elements with its attributes, properties, and texts and values. So, well, so here is the first stop. Well, this document object model is also a thing you have to be familiar with to work effectively with D3. Well, it's here you can. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, here I leave a link to Mozilla Developers Network. Some documentations, yes, like. Well, these links I left in the slides just for reference, because, well, working with all these technologies, it's great to have documentation to refer, because there are lots of things. It's impossible to know them all, and, well, it's great every time to when you have an idea or need to do something, make something, and so on, just to see what is it, and how to do it, how to use it properly, and so on. So anyway, also what D3 is? It is a lower level library. And what does it mean? It means that it's not a charting library as it, but it is a toolbox for bespoke data visualization, how we say it. And this toolbox, well, it's help you to encode different variables, data variables, to different graphic shapes and things like this. Not only graphic, but anyway, it's mostly graphic. From the other hand, we have high-level libraries such as observable plot, Vega charts, read charts, billboards, hash charts, and many of them. Many of them, by the way, are made on the D3. So, but what is the difference here? It is we have, for example, this histogram. To generate it with D3, you need about 60 lines of code, and it's a lot, actually. And when you are using some high level chart, it's only one line, and it's all, because, well, here is example, and, well, here is the link to to prove it. Okay. Okay. So here is this histogram, yeah, and here is all the code in D3 written to generate it. And to compare, here is, well, the code for plot, and even it could be written like this, and that's that's the same. And here is the question. Well, what for? Why you need to write 60 lines when you can write only one? And, well, and we we come back to this question a bit later. For now, just the information for you. And you see, to build this histogram with D3, you need load some different models. It's D3 fetch, then D3 CSV to load, parse a CSV file with data, then to make some manipulations with data, especially if, in this case, it is D3 bin to bin the data in such chunks of bins data to be distributed evenly. Well, some scales and axes to make it also distributed, and position graphic elements, and also selection to manipulate elements on the web page itself, and, well, in particular this case, it's SVG elements anyway. So, and that, yes, in compare with plot library or any other high level library, charting library, it's very complicated. Well, but yes, it's how it works. And D3, as it contains, well, 30 different models which help works with data, not only visualization, but also arranging data, manipulate it, sorting, and so on. also make some animations, interaction, and all of it. It's great to reference, well, for example, yeah, here it is, and these models and different functions, well, which are very helpful actually. This is a page from official documentation. I highly recommend to use it because, well, as I mentioned, it's very friendly, very well with interactive examples and well, yes, animated and all this. So it's very helpful. Also, to learn more about, well, all these components, it's a great resource. Well, maybe it's a bit outdated anyway. It's very visually, well, helpful to learn. It's Amelie Wattenberg made it to help learn D3. It's well, also deep interactive. You can well, yes, over all these elements, all these models, and to see how it's built. It's interactive too. You can open GitHub repositories to learn more if you want. But what's great here, it is info, step by step, guiding you what every from these models needed for. And well, yes, you can see it with different examples and code listings, how to use it, and it's very helpful actually. So okay. So, well, in general, that's what D3 is, how it works, and okay, and its core features. Well, it provides full control over visual elements. It's really well, you can it's really powerful, and you can do anything you want with graphic using D3 as a medium. Data binding to DOM elements, powerful scales, axis transitions, and all these models. It's animation and well, for network, it's different forces, simulations, and so on. Interactive behavior, modeling and extensible. We'll see it a bit more details right now. But before, so what are the basic technologies you need to be familiar with because, well, it's everything about web development and everything about manipulation of elements in the browser window. So, of course, it's HTML, CSS. It's for layout, semantic layout, yes, and styling elements also. Here provided the links to guides on MDN. Also, it's a good reference, but well, anyway, you can use any reference you find helpful. So it's just to be more helpful. Also, JavaScript, of course. Well, it's not it's well, it's not necessary to be well very well, very skillful with JavaScript. Or for example, is for me, I'm not very good with it, with vanilla JavaScript. I have a general understanding how it works, and I think it's good enough. Better to have it, but anyway, it's not not important, but well, not a problem if you don't know it good. that's that's it. Then these technologies like SVG and Canvas, it's to generate graphic drawing elements. Yes, what's the difference between these two technologies? SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphic. It's graphic vector graphic, so it's scalable and without losing the quality. So it's very sharp always with any resolution. It's very lightweight. It's great. Also, if you want to your graphic be accessible, it's also great because SVG it contains semantic elements, and you can provide area tags for every element you generate at the web page. And well, for screen readers and some technologies of accessibility, it's very great. What about Canvas? It's a raster. Yes. So, well, with accessibility, it's losing a bit, but it is great for for performance at a scale, for very rich, very heavy data sets for thousands of rows and so on. It provides a great performance and help to visualize it and interact with it just in browser without any additional resources and so on. So it's also, well, it depends which of these technologies to use. It depends on your, of course, goals of your purposes, of your visualization. DevTools is the next technology. Well, not technology, well, anyway, it's a tool set provided by a browser. So it's available in Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox, Safari, and well, every internet age, I guess, and well, any browser. It's just for debugging, well, testing, of course, to understand what's going on, how your visualization works, how browser it renders, and so on. Well, it is also helpful to find some bugs, to maintain different messages in the console, and it's a part of process. Here's a link to Chrome DevTools, where there are a lots of video how to use it efficiently, and what to do with anything. So also Git and GitHub to store those Gits. It's about version control and saving your projects as a portfolio. Well, it's I guess it's a good to have. Well, but well, for me, I don't use it very widely because, well, I work in as a solo developer, and I have not well not very often to connect and to collaborate with other developers or something like that, or for such purposes. So, well, it is also, well, anyway, it is helpful. It's great to yes, control versions of your project, and sometimes it's a good discipline, but well, also it's not livable for the project for at the first step anyway. So yes, and it's a bit more information about how to use, and well, typical cases using for D3, and of course it's all about data binding, or it's well, it's the main feature of D3, I guess. It helps to build dynamic charts, and because it bind data elements to every DOM element. So you can literary wind piece of well, data item to some graphic element at your page, and well, and it will be a link that browser knows, and when you need to update it, well, it will be updated just the element you want to. So it provides a great deep control of everything working on the web page. It's great. Well, it's well anyway. So it's I guess it's the main feature of the D3. Also, yes, scales and access. It's more about charting, and it provides scales, as you guess, for your data. Custom layouts, geometric transforms. Also, it's great because so lots of those modules we'll see before, such as different force layouts. They can make different physical simulations as linked force and all. Well, there are something others, and it's great to build more sophisticated visualizations like hierarchical ones, trees, and so on, or different network diagrams, and so on and so on. Well, transitions, okay, of course, event-driven interactivity, it's also great. Well, because there are special models for such things like dragging and zooming and brushing data or charts. And well, it's very handy when you're working with really data-rich visualizations, when at a first screen you just provide the overview, and with zooming it, you can provide some more details, and of course with clicking and hovering, even more details on demand solution. It's well, and it's all made so very handy when you'll get more familiar with the library. You'll see it's great because it has a great potential and very powerful. Well, and what about integration patterns? Of course, well, D3, it was developed, by the way, in 2011 by Mike Bostock. So next year it will be 15 years, and that's a lot of a lot of time. But anyway, it's version 7, actual version, I guess, and it's updated regularly. And well, of course, well, you could integrate D3 library with some front-end frameworks like React, Vue, Svelte, Angular. Well, I guess that's the main of them. So, well, anyway, I'm not will not stop for detailed here for now, but just for your information, it's also yes. Well, and what about domains and where you can use it? Also, there are lots of different. Well, actually, you can use it where you want, and that's true because well, it's really well, it's an instrument, very powerful, and well, you can use it even not only for data visualization, as I mentioned. Well, sometimes I just making some data manipulations for some research or just for routine tasks and something like this. It's well, not very official maybe, but well, it's for me knowing some well, working with it for a long time, it's just very useful, very handy, because well, to use some other tools, and that's it. So but well, anyway, so here some examples like data journalism, geospatial visualization, scientific research, educational projects, for business analytics, business intelligence, product analytics, and to work with design systems and interfaces. And of course, public sector civic tech projects with open data. There are lots of great and useful tools made on D3, and they performs great. They well used by many people all over the world. And so just because, as you remember, it's open source library, and it's great for project with well, in public sector. So, and here a little table to compare it with other tools, providing the possibility to work with interactive charts on the, well, there are, it's not a lot of tools here, but it is just to get a general idea. Well, and the general idea is D3 provides unlimited customization and full control interactivity, but it's very hard to use at the first time. It has a steep learning curve, and well, it is a code-first instrument. But well, so I think we will not stop with this table in details. You can see it maybe later. I'll share the link just to move forward. But well, what you should consider when you think, is this tool for your is it a well, is it great for your tasks, for your purpose, or some, or well, for you? Because well, you need to invest a lot to work with it. But well, but if you, for example, need custom visual encoding, bespoke interactions, and complete control on your visualization, well, it's absolutely worth to make its investment anyway, because well, it's an industry standard, and for all this time. And that's it. Well, maybe okay, maybe I'm a bit interested person, but I recommend it. But only in those cases listed here, because well, if you're making research and need just quick standard charts without all these sophistications and complexizations and so on, well, this really it's not a good choice, because well, it's complex. But maybe yes, maybe sometimes it's good to get familiar with it, because well, as I've mentioned, it's 30 different models. I in particular don't use all of them. I use only some of them, and I don't know them, how they work and what they are great for, because well, in my routine practice I don't need them. So maybe it's also an option to get familiar with it, and for some tasks use it from time to time, or no, every day, no. So, and here is all the same with pros and cons. It's customizable, great for complex visualization, open source, well documented, great community, active community, and well, also it's worth to mention, because Sasha seen about the community. It's a veritable platform where different people sharing their notebooks, or we'll see more detailed than tomorrow. And the great news is that you can just use their code for your purposes. You need know to write it from scratch especially at the first stage when you just getting to know the instruments tool, well, you just can use code of others. There are a great gallery of different visualizations, and all of them are reusable. That means you just can use it with your data sets, and that's great. For first steps, it's perfect. I think it's very helpful. Well, it was it was 15, maybe 2015 when I started. Well, I made my first steps with D3. It was there was no such a platform as Observable. It was a great platform by Mike Bastek, also blogs.org. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not remember. Anyway, but the idea was the same. There are a lot of so-called blocks or codes which you can see the code listing and see how it works to make it repeat for your projects. Use it some, not or even not the whole code, but maybe some fragment or something like this. And well, it was very helpful because well, my first several years, it was I just copy, paste, change something, look how it works. Okay, not so great as I think before. Also changed, and so it was like well, blind stepping. But anyway, it works, and I have a lot of joy with it. So what about cons of D3? Yes, it's hard to learn, especially at first stage. It's yes, requires some knowledge. I maybe not solid knowledge, but well, to have a general idea would be fine, I think. But anyway, and what about yes, no built-in chat templates as in chat and libraries? Yes, but yes, if you need it, it's a con. Anyway. What about debugging? No, debugging for every language is tech languages. It's it's a common place, so it's serious. It's tricky. Anyway, what to do next? So it's the same. It's first of all, it's practice, and with practice, as more you practice in it every time, it will be better, better, and better. You will be, you'll get more and more understanding of what you do, how to make it better, and so on. It's great to start with small projects because, well, D3 it provides a great power, and you can make anything as huge as you can imagine. but well, it is great to start with some small charts, with some basic interactions, and well, and to just to see how it works, and it will be better anyway, every time, every step. So also, as I've mentioned, observable notebooks, it's a great resource to know and to see what charts, how to use them. And so there are lots of them, almost 1,000 pages, and you can open every of them to see what it charts and to see how it was made, and also to reproduce it with your data later. Tomorrow we'll stop on this more detailed. Well, it's D3 gallery. Also, there are some communities. It's official community observable D3. Just keep it here. Data Visualization Society Slack channel has also Substack tools D3. well, it's not maybe not very big community there, but anyway, also Reddit community D3.js, where also you can get some help, share your works, and have some communication. There are lots of topics and well, at Stack Overflow, also a great community of D3, and with code listings and problems and describe it. So, well, keep experimenting. It's okay, of course, number one actually. If you if you better work with books, for example, for me, books works better. Anyway, and I don't know why, but it's great. This is a book by Scott Murray. I've learned it well, okay, in those 2015, and it's great for understanding how it works, and how all things going on in D3. And yes, it's introductional and beginning level. Well, it's great for start. Also, this book also, as I said, additional D3 in action. It's I guess it was updated last year, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's also a great resource to dive a little deeper, to learn more. It was written by Elijah Meeks and Marie Beaufoy. And of course, well, this documentation, it's also the first place for references, and I highly recommend it. I, well, use it almost every day. It's great. It's great because, well, I need now to remember all these things, but I can open it and refer one time again. And every time it's a joy for me. Thank you very much for your attention. I'll be very happy if you have any question to try to answer.
Thank you, Ihar. So like we have around like 8 to 9 participants right now. So if you have a question or your comment, so like you can put in the chat or you can open the mic and you can speak. And like today, as Ihar mentioned, it is a theoretical session. And like for most of us, it is like the first baby step in the world of D3.js. So we just thought we'd first give a little introduction about it, theoretical, and then tomorrow we will do practically on the observable, how actually do it and some few practical examples. And so if you have any question, don't think it may be a stupid question, easy question, difficult question, any question you have related to today's talk or the data present visualization in general, please feel free to ask. And that is the main purpose, of conducting this talk so that you can interact directly with the expert. So yes, so okay, yes, and here is the link for these slides. Ihar just now put it in the chat box. So I think they are made with Figma, and you can see it later on. But right now, if you have any question related to the data visualization, I guess we'll be happy to discuss that.
Oh, my pleasure. I hope it is helpful. Also, the last slide here, you can find my contacts on LinkedIn platform and Blue Sky. Maybe email. You can well, drop me a line if you start with something or have some questions anyway.
And
And
Ihar, may I politely request you, if won't take much time, can you have a look on your website so students can have a glance of your work through? So what, yeah. So
yeah, let us, well, yes, sorry. Well,
so
okay. Well, here are some of my works. Okay. Mostly I'm working on such charts. Well, just interactive charts, not very special. It's also some interactive, some static, and well, it's using 4 different presentations and well for different research, something like this, to present some insights of those studies. Okay, and also I have some interactive tools, exploratory visualizations. Here is one database tool network. It was built on the data of state of the data visualization industry challenge. It was survey data in 2023. Also, the survey was organized by a data visualization society, and they provide the results, and it was, well, yes, it works, okay. Well, and it displays the network about more enjoyable tools in data visualization among all the respondents. And as you see, here is Tableau and Power BI, Microsoft, the most enjoyable, and Excel also. And here is D3, okay. There are some links provided. When you interact with the network graphic, you can see, well, it was, if I'm not mistaken, every respondent could provide for 3 tools, and the network here is when you hovering on one particular tool, you see which ones also was satisfied by this respondent. So, well, this really works great with Tableau and Power BI, just because you can make some plugins, or how it calls in Power BI, custom visas, if I'm not mistaken. They could be written in D3 and they works great. If you have no out of the box visualization or something like this, you can provide it, or you can make it use yourself with D3 too. Well, also, well, it's Illustrator here and Figma. It's my case because, well, I work closely with D3 and Illustrator to provide static charts. For my process, my pipeline is to prototype in D3, make chart, save it as a vector graphic SVG, open it in Illustrator or Figma. It's, well, anyway, and make some polish it, tune it, and make it a bit more prettier, maybe. Okay, anyway, here is also one project, maybe, sorry. Okay, here it is. Passport index visualization. It's a project showing countries, and it provides, let me see what it provides. For every country, it shows other countries available to visit without a prior visa to holders. So, for example, from Moldova, you can visa-free travel to 75 countries, and so you can see for every country. Also, it's welcoming scores for country if you select it at the map. Anyway, well, you can interact with it for yourself. Maybe it's the link here. Well, one more project, maybe also. Well, I've finished it just a few days, yesterday, I guess. It's also very well, deeply interactive. It's also a radial layout here. I'm a big fan of this. And you can see it's interactive timeline with a radial layout and some episode ratings legend here, and everything is well not good. You can filter it, maybe yes. And see and examine. Of course, if you are a fan of X-Files serial series, it makes sense maybe, but if not, you can just click it, interact with it, and so on. Well, so not a lot of forks here, actually. But anyway,
Thank you. Your work is stunning, beautiful. So
many things.
okay, so I think there is one. I don't have any question now. It was helpful session. I'm curious for day two practical session. Okay, so most of the participants today are the beginners actually, and so today they must have heard a theoretical version and they will go back again and check Google about it more. And then tomorrow let's come back and have some information about observable and D3 on your own, and then let's learn more about it. So thank you, Ihar, and thank you everyone for joining today. Let's meet tomorrow again at 7 p.m. And tomorrow we will see more practical examples of it. So
Thank you very much. One more thing. For tomorrow's session, just bear in mind to sign in at the observable platform. Let me share. Let me share the link. So here we will use it tomorrow, and well, just to be prepared before the session started.
okay,
Well, thank you once again.
yes. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye. See you.